Hello YouTube, this is Remy, and we are playing Minecraft, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'll start explaining things later, but we are playing, well, I'll explain things as I go, I guess. We are playing a modded survival. Right now we're on peaceful. I think I'm gonna stay in peaceful for the first few nights, just until I get a house set up. But this mod is called Terrafirmacraft. As I'm sure many of you know, it just had a significant update. It is now compatible with the 1.6, or which update is it? 162? Whatever the update is that is current. So this mod is definitely a tough one. Most people think that the mod from what's it called? Feed the Beast, Gary's mod, that makes everything harder, is difficult, and it is. But this is kind of like you have to fight for every little thing that you get. Like, I'm picking up rock. You have to nap the rocks to get tools. And napping is what you call when you bang two rocks together. It's an old caveman kind of thing. Alright, so I'm going to get a bunch of these. We got 50, that's probably good. And then I'm going to head over here. I see some clay off the bat, which is amazing. Clay is very important. And I will tell you about stuff as we kind of find it. Little squids here. There are new mobs. There are deer. I think there are a couple other ones. A lot of the mobs are changed. You can now walk through leaves in this mod. But it slows your fall. So if you fall through leaves, I do believe you have a high rate of survival. So this is clay mixed with dirt. I'm going to nap to make a shovel here. This is the napping screen. This whole square is like the slab of rock and you're chipping away at it to make the tool you want. So we're going to make a shovel. And we're going to go ahead and make a knife and an axe as well. And probably a hoe. And most of these are interchangeable, meaning that as long as you make the pattern, it can be anywhere on the slab. And an axe is kind of annoying to remember at first, but you eventually get the hang of it. Next, you need sticks. And you get sticks from leaves, or branches, I guess. So that is an excellent thing. Okay, so we got 7. That's enough to make our tools. Pretty simple. Thus far, at least. Axe, hoe, which we're not going to use right now, and knife, which is probably going to be our main weapon. But right now, it's not going to be a weapon. So we're going to grab some of this clay, and these little flowers here, this guy, mark where clay is. They only grow on dirt that has clay mixed in with it. So, if you see those, you know that there's clay below the surface, even though the grass is covering it up. And as you can see, when I dig it, you don't get dirt, you get little clay. It's not as much as a regular clay, it's like, I think it ranges from 2 to 3. Or maybe 1 to 4. I think it's rare to get just 1. It's common to get 2, and it's kind of common to get 3, but it's really rare to get like 4. Alright, so we're gonna chop down this tree, and this is actually a special kind of tree. The 2 kinds of really tall trees you can't get saplings for. And I forget what this is called. Kapok? Kapok? Whatever. But it's good, you know. And as you noticed, this has kind of like a tree capitator mod already installed with it, except it's way better it's more exact. Each log that comes down takes off a little bit of durability on your axe. So the taller the tree, the more durability. And as you can see, my axe is already almost broken, but we did just cut down a really big tree with it, so. And I'm not gonna live in the jungle here. Not by a long shot. This is still all... This is conglomerate stone that we're picking up, which means... Oh, lag. That's gonna happen, just because it loads the way it loads, voice crack included. Sorry about that. It loads a little bit more harshly, I guess, than regular Minecraft. But you can see stone, stone here. This is also conglomerate. The top stone is always going to be the kind of stone that you find in rocks, which is nice. And I'll get to that more of that in a second, but we're going to use our knife to thresh straw from the ground, which is very useful. You can also pick up seeds this way. Seeds are a lot more rare here than in vanilla. However, if we go back to where we spawned after it stops lagging, there we go. Actually, it's up there. We can get some plants, which are going to be good. I would like some meat from something. I don't see anything. This is plains, and I don't see any animals. Something's wrong with that, in my opinion. But we are, like I said, on peaceful, and we got... Yeah, I don't want that many. And the grass naturally respawns, this stuff, and these naturally respawn. And I think these might too, it's just really rare. Oh, this is rice. Rice is kind of... It's really simple to plant some things, but it's really annoying to plant other things. Here's another biome over there that we're going to head to, mostly because of the water. I guess I can talk about that. Your health bar and hunger bar, or in this case, hunger bars, are now different. We should keep clay on there. We can move this. You have your regular health bar, but it's not in hearts. It's in an actual bar. And I'm going to sit here while I talk. We can get some of this, I suppose. And then you have a green bar and a blue bar. The green bar is your actual hunger, and the blue bar is your thirst. Your thirst goes down way faster than your hunger. And after it hits its halfway mark, you can no longer sprint. And I think if your hunger gets below its halfway mark, or maybe its quarter mark, ooh, there's the other type of big trees right over there that you can't get saplings for. But yeah, after your hunger mark reaches halfway, you're kind of in a bad place. So we're going to pick up these reeds. Paper's fairly important, although we're not going to use it right off the bat. Ooh, a carrot. Well, no, I don't want to eat yet. But at least we have some food. And I'm not sure if you can plant carrots right off the bat like you can ordinarily in regular Minecraft. I haven't really done that much with the agriculture. And this mod, I used to be good at this mod, but this mod changed some things, so now it's going to be kind of like a wall in how it scales. What's that? The learning curve. And so after I get over that wall, I should be okay, but we're gonna have to get over that wall together. Is that a new kind of rock? No. Okay, so these big trees are sequoia, I believe. Let's go ahead and make another axe. Alright, and stick. And we'll use the new axe on this guy. But this will give us quite a lot of wood. But these trees over, you can see the leaves on them, the green stuff. That is, I forget what it's called. And see, it only cuts down from where you hit. So these 3 logs, I'm not even going to bother with them. But now we have, I'm not sure if you can you fix things? Oh yeah, you can. I think this is kind of like regular oak. I'm going to try and get a sapling from it. Really? No sapling? Alright, fine. We can get a sapling from this pretty easily, though. And I forget what kind of tree this is. Ah, here we go. Willow. Willow trees do actually give a decent amount of wood, however it's really crap wood. Let's see if we can get a sapling from this. There we go. Oak. It is a regular oak. Oak is pretty good. You don't get necessarily a lot of wood from it, like you do from willow, but, you know. Is this still the same kind of rock? Yes. Damn. And it does take 2 rocks to knap rocks together, however, only 1 rock is consumed. There we go. Gabbro. Now, I have a chart off, off screen, actually. I only have 1 monitor right now, so it's technically on the same screen, but you get what I mean. That more or less will... That looks kind of cool. More or less will tell me what is found where, and where I need to be. But for tonight... Ooh, hello, Wolfie. I think it's a bit more difficult to tame dogs. I forget if it is or not. But you can kill dogs for their fur and stuff, and is that a glitch or is that real? That looks kinda real. That's awesome. Ooh, pumpkins. Oh man, this place is... There's clay down here, there's pumpkins over there, there's this awesome weird mountain thing, and whatever this is. Let's see, we got cabbage seeds. Yeah, right, I'll pick up some pumpkins. Now we'll just take all the pumpkins they can stack. You run out of inventory quite fast in this game, or in this mod. You do in regular Minecraft too, actually, in my opinion, but even more so here. Oh, damn. Ooh, more pumpkins over there. Let's not get those. This actually doesn't look like a bad place to settle down. There's a good amount of trees nearby. There's farmable trees nearby as well. It's pretty open. It looks like there's a couple different kinds of rock here. I don't know what kind that is. It's probably like chert or something. No, this is gonna be gabbro. I think gabbro is a good one to settle in. You basically want to get certain kinds of metal. Oops, sorry. These little button things here on the ground can give you kind of like small bits of ore, which is really good. You want that. But I haven't run into any yet. Usually they're kind of all over the place once you find them. Of certain kinds. Native copper is a little bit more reclusive than the others, but... Ah, here we go. Here's one. Tetrahedrite, I believe is what it's called, or how it's pronounced. You can see the spelling down there. Small tetrahedrite. Usually this is the kind that's... Or one of the... Yep, right there. Oh no, that's a different kind. That is sphalerite. More sphalerite, it looks like. Yep. Okay, so we're getting more and more. Now, I can't run. Oh yeah, that's gonna be... Yeah, let's go down towards this water. The mountain looks pretty cool, though. I like the mountain. Come on. So I think I'm gonna settle here after I take a look at that chart that shows which stone is the good kind of stone to be in. At least at the beginning. Of course, this mountain does kind of span quite a few things, so... Yellow bell pepper seed, and a few green bell peppers. Okay. That's good, that's good. Alright, so we're gonna sit here for a little bit. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's gotta be annoying as hell to come down to the water and just sit there until you fill up. Well, we're gonna take care of that, and we're gonna stay down here near the water for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this. Jump out here for a second. Actually, that doesn't need to be too deep. So let's, boom. Where's the other dirt? There it is. Okay, so you need a 2 deep area, but I'm gonna put a block here. Actually, I'm not sure if you can. Let's do that. And then, I don't know, dig this. Thank you. Because, I should have explained this first. Let's go up here. If you place a dirt block, or even cobblestone, it's gonna slide. The, gravity, you know, gravity blocks like sand and gravel, there are more gravity blocks, and the gravity rules have changed. So if by putting that there, if this block is filled in, I can put a block on this one, and it won't slide, or it shouldn't slide. So, now we're going to take our clay, and we're going to nap the clay. We're going to make some vessels, right? We're going to make 2 of them, and we're going to make 2 jugs. And the jugs allow you to drink water, pick up water in them, and drink it. Then, we are going to, let's see, my inventory is already pretty full. Shift-click these guys in here. Bam. And then we're going to take the straw and fill it in. Bam. And then we're going to take some of our wood, and wood stacks weirdly. If you just click, and I'm not going to do it because I don't want to waste the axe, it comes back as a regular trunk block. But if you shift-click, it goes into a log stack, and you can put up to 16 logs in a log stack. Then we're going to take the dirt and place it back here, right? And we're going to make a fire starter. And boom, set it on fire. And that will harden the clay and give us some ceramics, which is awesome. I'm going to kind of do some other stuff around here, get a lay of the lands kind of a look. Looky-loo. There's the moon. Actually, this little area down here doesn't seem too bad. It's pretty defensive. The only problem would be getting in and out of it easily. Let's go up a little higher. Now, and let's keep threshing because I'm going to need more of this stuff. Hello? Are these potatoes? We got potatoes and potato seeds. I'm not sure, but they might be pretty easy to plant. I think they are. Not 100% on that. This area looks interesting. Now you have to be careful on mountains like that have this kind of weird stuff going on, because they can cave in. Just from you standing on them. So, like, if I were walking on this block here, there's a chance that it would just fall, and then I would go with it. It's an interesting little valley area. Alright, so the sun's coming up, which is nice. It's going to take us a while to get the pottery to be completely done, but I am actually going to be looking for... Let's see, there's some more plants down there. Is there clay anywhere really close? The dandelions kind of make it hard to really pinpoint where it might be. Well, let's go down to those plants for now. I'll kind of dash over there, even though that's going to really work my thirst bar. The hunger seems to be kind of a standardized thing. Like, it always degrades at the same rate. but the thirst doesn't. Ooh, soybeans. Now, some things you can plant as the crop, meaning you don't need seed from them. Oat, that's nice. But some things you do. So I think potatoes and carrots are their own kind of seeds. You know, you plant a potato to get more potatoes. Ooh, a new kind of rock. What kind of rock is this? Maybe? No? Oh, schist. We got schist. Schist, I think is okay. Maybe. Man, those mountains just look cool until they start deloading. Alright. Is that a new kind of... Nope, it's still sphalerite. Ooh, what kind of plant is this? Soybeans. Awesome, they have seeds. No, I guess potatoes have seeds too, don't they? Yeah, in this game. That's kind of, do potatoes have seeds in real life? I thought potato was like a self-propagating plant that if you dug it up correctly, you could replant it. I don't know. I'm not a farmer in the least bit. So we're gonna go back down here to the water's edge. Take a look, and it's still going. But I need to clear up this inventory, and that's what those vessels are for down in there. Which should come in handy. I'm still kind of wary of settling down here because I haven't checked the chart, and I'll check the chart after I stop recording for this first session. But we only have two kinds of metal so far, and you need at least... You either need two of like very different metals that are hard to find in the same area, or you need three to get started. To get started easily, I should say. Because you can start, I believe, with some pretty... I think you can start with native copper if you get the right setup. But I could be wrong about that because I haven't actually played this version of this mod. Let's go over towards this mountain. It's going to take a while for those things to get finished. But this mod has been around for a while, and this specific incarnation of the mod, this update, hasn't been along for all too long, but it's been around for a bit. I know that it hasn't, I forget the exact release date, which is probably bad. But I was planning on doing it the day it came out, and things got in the way, so. But I was looking online to see if anybody had started to do that. Ooh, barley. Had started to do an LP of this, and one of the people I subscribe to, Generic B, has started one as well, which is cool. Just go check him out. He's a better YouTuber than I am. And I'm not saying that because he has more subscribers, I'm saying that because he actually is a better YouTuber than I am. He's a better commentator, I should say. Alright, let's, I'm kind of getting antsy waiting for these things to finish, but I really need them to finish. You done yet? No. Damn. Okay. Well, let's go across the shore here. Now, there's many different... Ooh, let's get some calamari. I haven't killed anything. At least, I don't think I've killed anything. But I can show you how to cook calamari, plus it's good to have ink sacs. Okay, we need we can drop some quartz. Whatever. I want the ink sacs. Okay, so it's actually going to be better for us to eat something that we have little of to free up an inventory slot. Like carrots, but I don't know. the barley and oat and rice, although we do have 2 rice. Can you do this with 2? I thought there was a way to, yeah. And then grain, and then you can, if you get a wood bucket, which we don't have. Ooh, it's done. You can make more. Or make, bread. So I'm going to throw a few things out for momentary purposes. And then you just click these guys up. And let's put some stuff in here, shall we? Like the pumpkins, rice seed. We can put... Really? That's all the other seeds I have? We can put the ink sacs in there. And soybeans. That's good. Pick all this, well, pick most of this stuff up. And then we have another one that... Oh, that's rock, okay. We're going to put our metals in, or our ores, I guess they are, technically. So those are those 2. And then the jugs, just click in, kind of like a bucket, although it doesn't actually take a full block. And then you have water that you can carry around, which is very nice. Very nice indeed. So, I'm gonna kind of hunt around this area off camera. And don't worry, we're in peaceful, so I won't like get into any cool fights while you're gone. We might end up over there, or even over down further. But I'm gonna look for a good area with good rock, and good terrain for us. You always want to be at least somewhat near water. Oh, and these ceramic things, like the jugs that you actually use in a way, like when you're drinking them, you're using them, they have a chance to break each time you use them. It's fairly slim, but it does happen. That's why I made 2, just so I'm not left somewhere without water when I need it. So I'm going to stop recording here, and I'll see you guys when I've kind of settled down. I won't do any major building, but I might make a little hut out of this stuff. You can make straw into thatch, which is cool. I can be a thatcher. Anyway, so see you momentarily. Alright, YouTube. I think this is the place we're gonna live. Nice little area here. Give you a 360 view. Got a good amount of trees there. Pumpkins up there. I already planted some saplings. The 2 saplings I had on me. The mountain that we were at is just over there. There's some clay just over that hill. I've already started making a little thatch hut there. And I've got 2 fire pits for clay things here. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to find too many ores in this little valley here, but just over there I think is a good spot to find them. But I'll do all that hunting off camera. I planted some plants here. Let's see if I can remember. Cabbage, potato, soybean, bell pepper. And as you can see, all the seeds are out of my inventory. And we are going to start cooking this calamari. So, how do you cook? Well, there's no furnace. We don't have access to stone in the least in that way. We can make it this way. Get cobble that way, right? But, no. We're going to make a fire pit, or a campfire, or whatever you want to call it, by throwing down some sticks and then using our fire starter to light them, and bam! And then you throw in some logs. Right now I'm using what I have, although I'll stop using this stuff fairly soon because I want to preserve it for building purposes. But then you can just throw it in there, and as you can see it has the warming, and then it has an asterisk until it reaches the next one. Food cooks relatively fast. Torches are also made this way. Just throw a stick in there, and they are made relatively fast. Ores take a little bit of time. So now we have cooked calamari. And if you look down at the green bar, you can see the part that's missing is dark. Mouse over this, or select this, and it becomes lighter. And this only goes about to that little half mark. We're going to go ahead and eat these, just to get them out of our inventory. So it does, it cooks a fair amount. And the fire will only last as long as this is up, and then it starts going down in temperature until it's out. So these logs go surprisingly fast, actually. So I'm going to cook this calamari. That's probably going to be it as far as calamari goes, or as far as our cooking goes for the moment. Gather more stones. I forget if you can... There used to be a way... Of course, this was back when you could get wood, like, instantly, still. Now you need a saw, and you can't get a saw until you get metal. Or an alloy. And there is a fairly easy way to make alloy, it's just... Well, maybe not easy. It's kind of annoying, actually. But I will get to that later. First thing we need is a, what's it called? A mold. That's it, a mold. And we need this mold to be made out of clay. At least right now. I think you can make molds made out of metal later, maybe? Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I think that's Feed the Beast. But these two things appear to be done, and we do have a mold in there. Ooh. And we got tetrahedrite. So let's go ahead and make us a shovel, because apparently mine is broken. Bam. And we're going to need some more sticks pretty soon, which is fine. Shouldn't be too hard to get. Let's move that off my hotbar. Let's move these two dirts. Come on. Thank you. Alright, let's take a look at what I made. We got these ceramic molds, which are used to, you melt metal into them. Like this stuff, you can melt into that stuff. And it makes a bar. After you get, a bunch of that stuff. And then we have this saw mold. Now, I'm not 100% how you use them because I know that you cannot... Oh god. I need a drink, apparently. See, I got the slowness debuff because my thirst is so low. So let's go ahead and drink up. Alright. Now let's go over yonder to our fire pit, which is actually still going, surprisingly. You can put ceramic molds here and put a metal here, like this. I'm not going to do it, but put it there and it'll heat up over time and then melt into that. But you cannot put the saw molds, or any other kind of molds for that matter, in there. So I'm not 100% sure how to use those yet. I will look it up before we carry on to that. Right now we're still in the resource gathering business. Of course, because we need more metal. I think that you can... This is how I expect it to be. Okay? And because I know a little bit of knowledge about stuff, I expected that... oh, this is not my metal one. I made 3 more of these, by the way. One, if it is the way I expected it to be, will be used. So, I know that it's like... Ah, crap, what is it? There's 3 types of metal to make bronze in a certain ratio. And I think if you fill one of these vessels with enough, and then you go over to one of these fire pits, and you plonk it in the fire pit, and then you fill it with hay, cover it, do all that stuff, set it on fire. Once you get out of it, you'll have like a pot full of metal. And I know that you can do that in the bloomery, I'm just not sure if you can do that in these things. The bloomery is kind of an advanced version of that. Or the forge, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, see the temperature here is going down. And then you will be able to pour it into a mold, which would be awesome, because then I could have a bronze saw, get wood stuff going, and we would be able to make a plan thing, and that would be the short term. I would probably make more molds out of clay instead of plans, and we'll get into plans later, or schematics, or whatever you want to call them. We'll get into those later. So I'm going to sign off here. I'm going to do a little more work off camera. We'll come back when I figured out this stuff. I might have already done one, because I'll probably do some experimenting, but I'll show it on camera, how it works, all the mechanics of it. I got this extra little patch of tilled land here. What else? So yeah, and the reason I put this up here is because you can make, let's see, we can make one. You can make a hammer, I believe it is. It's something like, yeah, that. And so you get a hammer, and, oops, wrong place. Now you have a stone hammer, and if you have the right kind of stone, which this is not, unfortunately, I think I have some over there, but you can just right-click on it, and it'll become a kind of makeshift anvil. In fact, let's go see. Quartz isn't correct, but there's that clay I was talking about. That's still quartz. I think you can do it on Gabbro. Probably should have looked that up. That's one thing I didn't look up. But you have to find those exposed rocks. A full exposed smooth rock. Ooh, is that dark rock? Ooh, nice. If I can get some dark rock, that'll be awesome. Ooh, and there's more clay over here. That's good. Yeah, what kind of rock is this? Move quartz. Ooh, basalt. I think you can do it with basalt. Or basalt, however you want to pronounce it. I always do basalt. So if that infuriates you, get over it. Yeah, see, and then it becomes this kind of little working area, and then you right-click it again. And this is your, it's basically an anvil. You work hot metal here. And you put your metal here, you put a plan here, and then you have light hit, medium hit, heavy hit, draw, pinch. Really, that's pinch? Bend, upset, shrink. And this is the red meter, so all these move this along its way. And actually, I think the green one is stationary and the red one moves, or the green one moves and the red one is stationary. But you'll get a certain, at least this is how it used to work. This is a new interface, so I'm not 100% sure. But you'll need, basically you'll have like rules, and see, as soon as you unclick it, it goes back to a normal rock. But you'll have rules. I'm going to gather some of this stuff because it's darker. I can build with it. But you'll have rules like you can only, the last 3 hits have to be light hits, or the last hit has to be a bend, or whatever. And so you'll move those markers until they match, as long as the prerequisites are made of, the last one has to be a bend or whatever. Then you're good. I don't think you can find anything in basalt, can you? Maybe I'm wrong about that, because it seems like I found stuff in basalt before. I don't know. But yeah, you'll have schematics or plans to use. That looks cool. To use to make stuff, and you won't have to use molds, which is really nice. Molds do get kind of annoying, but in some way they are easier to go about because you can use this stuff, this kind of metal. You don't have to form it into ingots before you use it, you just use it. It has to be an ingot form in order to use it on the anvil or the makeshift anvil. So I'm going to go back home. I guess this is where I'm going to leave you off. We'll wait until we get back over there. But this is going to be a new series. I'm not sure how in-depth this is going to be. This is kind of just going to be an overview. And because I kind of feel guilty about playing this and not recording it, because I do like playing this whenever it has its updates, especially its major updates. And I haven't played it in a while, so, and there's residual light here. But the fire's completely out. Now it's gone, because I've updated it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this little hut. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. One last thing before we go. One of the reasons I mentioned Generic B is doing a playthrough of this is because I was lurking the comments on his video, and somebody suggested that he make like a little village where a house is themed after every little thing that you have to do, aka smelting, metalworking, wood, carpentry, thatching, things like that. And I thought that was a cool idea, so that might be a project I end up doing. So, there won't be a main house. Of course, there will be a place where I sleep, but there won't be a main, one building where everything happens. It'll be several smaller buildings. Which, it's more realistic. Fits Terrafirmacraft, because Terrafirmacraft you have to have supports when you go mining and stuff like that. It's very realistic. So, I'm gonna finish building this. I will see you guys later. This has been Remy on Minecraft, the mod Terrafirmacraft. Peace out.